What inspired me to create the Black Male Handbook? One, I'm a black male in America. I grew up without a father. I grew up with a single mother. I grew up tremendously poor. Just a really difficult background, inner city environment. And I know how confused I was about, issues around manhood and masculinity as a boy. And you kind of fall into what we're taught in American society, that a boy has to be tough, you have to fight. And it got me into a lot of trouble as a child. The only thing that really saved my life was education and people intervening in my life. And so for me, just from my own personal life experience, is trying to figure this whole thing of manhood out. And you begin to realize that if we're really going to evolve as men in our community, we've got to come up with some alternative definitions of manhood. The Black Male Handbook, A Blueprint for Life, is a holistic approach to the development and empowerment of young black males and older black males around the country. We deal with issues of spirituality, political awareness, redefining manhood away from patriarchy, violence, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, and actually offer proactive, practical solutions. I got my first job as a writer, full-time staff writer at Vibe magazine. I interviewed Tupac Shakur more than any other writer, and Tupac, he became this kind of symbolic figure for young black men around the country. I remember one time I said to Tupac, man, you just need to be careful. And he looked at me, he said, Kev, you know what? There's no place called careful. And at the time, I didn't have a response for it. But you know what? All these years later, the Black Male Handbook is actually that place called careful. It's like, you know what, young men out there, especially men with backgrounds like my background and Tupac's background, here's where you can go for your spiritual foundation. Here's where you can go for your political awareness. Here's where you can go to redefine manhood. Here's how you become economically literate and empowered, and so on and so forth. And I wish that I had had the Black Male Handbook back when Tupac was alive, because maybe it could have kept him alive. If I can describe my life in two ways, it's activist, writer. That's who I am, period. And the two, I don't separate the two, they go hand in hand for me. Every single day, I do something in the community somewhere. I'm either visiting a school, a church, a senior center, a foster care program. How you doing? Thank you, brother. Really exciting for me. I've always wanted to do a book that could really be utilized by the community, and that's what the Black Male Handbook is for.